What's up, y'all? It's Honest Movie Guy, and I'm back with another movie review. Today, I want to review a movie I saw recently. I'm on a disaster movie binge. So up aside and saw Dante's Peak, so I decided to watch another one. This one is called The Day After Tomorrow, made in 2004. I enjoyed the first half. It was phenomenal. And then it kind of just let me down. I'll let you know why in this review. So for those who have forgotten this, how it works. First, I give you a synopsis of the movie. Then I give you a spoiler-free review of the movie. And finally, I give you my honest rating and my honest recommendation. So let's jump in. The synopsis for The Day After Tomorrow reads: Jack Hall, paleoclimatologist, must make a daring trek from Washington, D.C. to New York City to reach his son, trapped in the crosshairs of a sudden international storm which plunges the planet into a new ice age. So that literally sums it up. The movie starts with weird things happening around the globe, and crazy weather events start happening, and this paleoclimatologist, how you say it, he's the lead, trying to figure out, okay, why are these events happening, where they're happening, and his son ends up taking a trip to New York, and he has to try to go and save his son before, whatever weather event happens, kills them all. This movie had phenomenal CGI. It was so good. When the disaster started hitting the first half of the movie, it was just ridiculous. It was just beautiful. It was nice to see. It was exciting. It was thrilling. It was suspenseful. It was just amazing. And it made you think, damn, how would it feel to really be in that situation? So I loved it. It was great. Now, unfortunately, the first half of the movie was the best part of the movie. It goes downhill after that for many reasons. One, the script was kind of weak. Two, when it starts focusing on the characters and the relationship between the characters, they were very underdeveloped. We didn't really get to learn about them much, so we didn't really care for them much. We didn't really feel for them much. Unlike Dante's Peak, which provided us with that progression of character development, we didn't have any of that, so it was just we didn't really feel for them. It became very, very unrealistic as well. His father walking from Philadelphia to New York, my God, that's not realistic, especially based off the whole situation happening with the weather and how cold it's supposed to be. There's no way he should have been able to survive that journey, so that was just dumb. The CGI for these wolves later wasn't very good. Really, it just became kind of boring and just dragged out after that. We didn't really have all that action anymore. The stakes didn't really feel as high as it did initially because it was more about a waiting game rather than we have to try to move to try to survive. So I feel like if they kind of had made the group leave and try to make their way out of New York instead of the father coming, it would have been a lot better and more suspenseful and thrilling than them kind of just waiting. It was just bland. Kind of just felt dragged on. Now, IMDb gave this movie a 6.4. I'm gonna give it a 5.9. I'm gonna give it lower because the second half was just mediocre, just very, very mediocre. The first half was great. Great CGI, great effects, everything happening was great. But the second half was just underdeveloped with the characters. The script wasn't very good. It was just boring. It just felt dragged on. It's so unrealistic. And we know these movies, there's going to be an unrealistic element to it, but this just kind of just went way too far out of realism to even be remotely nice or entertaining, I guess, in my opinion. So I recommend you guys go watch it The Day After Tomorrow. It is a decent movie. It's got great special effects. The first half is amazing. Be wary of the second half, but I do think it's worth at least a one-time watch if you're really into disaster-type movies, and I think you'll enjoy it. If you're not really into disaster-type movies, you'll love the first half and you'll hate the last half, but I still think you might be able to enjoy this movie and have fun with it. That's it for this review. I'm the Honest Movie Guy. Make sure to like and subscribe below, and tune into more videos on my channel.